What's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life. The crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Happy Sunday. I'm trying to find this clip from, no, did I do that? Clip from the awesome, no, that's not it. Hester Purse. Very, very interesting little 2-minute deal on major news outlet. I'm going to share that first. Crypto Eddie shared this one to make sure we share that. The market again is doing what the market does. We'll get into the numbers as well. So listen, guys, first, this is your XRP Ripple daily news. And around 0 to 10 minutes, I got to do a better job of keeping it around 10 minutes and not going longer than that. So Crypto Eddie shared this. I think it's important to understand. Take a listen to freaking Hester Purse sharing again the reality.
But as you said, I mean, you know, we have to bear in mind that
the reality.
But I think there's also been in Washington a bit of a desire to see crypto just disappear, and I think people are realizing that that's not likely to happen. So maybe that will help people to think about where regulation is appropriate. But as you said, I mean, you know, we have to bear in mind that people should be free to engage in transactions when both sides are willing to engage in that.
When both sides are willing to engage in that transaction. You know, kind of choose your own money, spend your own money, choose your own monetary policy and not have it thrusted down your throat just because someone has a tank. When are we going to walk away from that mentality? I got the tanks, I'll do whatever I want to do to you. When are we going to stop accepting that as a mentality? When are we going to stop letting people like Jim Rogers tell us what the way the world is supposed to be? I think this is a quote, I think there's also been in Washington a bit of a desire, it's not a small desire, a bit of a desire to see crypto just disappear, like Elizabeth Warren. That's the reality. Why do they want to see crypto disappear? Because it takes away our choice to be able to choose our own money and our own monetary policy. And the banks, banking regulators who are doing the bidding of the top banks, not your neighborhood local bank who has to pay to play. But the top banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, they want us to remain in their liquidity pool. And digital assets like Bitcoin allow us to walk away from that liquidity pool. John Deaton put this out, and I think it's important to share again. BlackRock and Vanguard shun the United States coal industry, yet invest billions in a Chinese company whose name is literally China Coal Energy Company, without saying a peep about ESG over there. The hypocrisy was staggering. Do you hear that, Gary Gensler, says John Deaton? 90% of Gary's wealth is managed by Vanguard. Gary, without authorization from Congress, is attempting to impose ESG disclosures on United States companies, while his wealth is tied up in Chinese companies, exempt from all ESG matters. It is a disgrace. It's more than a disgrace. I mean, it's sad that so many people from the United States have just sold their souls for foreign entities. Just sold their souls. I want to put this out. The official committee, shout out to Simon Dixon for sharing this. The official committee of the Celsius Network Unsecured Creditors, UCC, has made the decision on which law firm will represent us, White and Case LLP. White and Case LLP has gotten the nod, represent the unsecured creditors. All right, was put together by the Unsecured Creditors Committee, made up of the Unsecured Committee, Secured Creditors Committee. Important to understand that. I'll get it right. Forgive me. So there it is. There, that's the law firm White Case and LLP, White and Case LLP to represent the unsecured creditors by way of the Unsecured Creditors Committee. The committee didn't take any time. They didn't waste any time getting this law firm. So that is good to see. The email, this latest email from Celsius about the loan situation, again, is just very, very disturbing. But now we have a law firm to address our issues too. And the big issue is going to be the loans. And in a subset of the loans, it's going to be this. How does Celsius get to determine where your collateral goes? Earn or custody? What is that determination? White and Case LLP would be asking that question. In addition to that, there are collateral that Celsius Network takes. There are assets that Celsius Network takes as collateral for loans or have taken as collateral for loans, in which that collateral does not participate in the earn rewards, and it has not been doing so for a number of months, if not years. How do you just go and put that collateral in earn rewards when you don't pay them? Should go into custody. Does it not? Should it not? I believe so. We're going to get into that. We'll get into the meat of that, and we'll get to some answers on that now that we have a law firm to address those issues, because this law firm will be addressing those issues to both the committee of the UCC, but also to the trustee and to the federal judge, because it's a loan, which is a separate agreement. You can't just say, oh, that applies to T and C. You can't do it. It's a loan. It's a loan agreement. A loan agreement is a federal agreement. There's federal arrangements and laws around a loan agreement. John Deaton speaks the real world truth. Shout out to the SEC for helping to keep the US behind. The UK's FCA is leaving the SEC and CFTC and Congress in the dust. They've classified XRP, a hybrid token, as a hybrid token, partially acting as both an exchange token and utility token, not a security token, in all capital letters, says John Deaton. The United States led the internet revolution, but will miss the leading blockchain revolution. The UK's commission proposes law reform to turn the region into a global hub for Bitcoin and digital assets. UK is not playing around. I think this is very, very interesting. Glad to get to the heart of it, make sure this is true. After all the things that took place and went down with Terra Luna, the Aave DAO has approved a proposal to create an algorithmic stablecoin. What in the wide world? Why in the wide world would they do that? According to this Tajo Crypto, Aave's algorithmic stablecoin GHO will be minted by users, decentralized and backed by crypto. It will operate like other algorithmic stables, which is $1 GHO is minted by providing $1 collateral. Hope it doesn't collapse. I hope it doesn't collapse like UST. But if USDD is still working, which I think is from, it's right on the tip of my tongue, who has that stable coin? I want to say, oh my God, right on the tip of my tongue, I can't remember it. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I know about USDD. GHO might work. Yeah, I don't know. But I find that very, very interesting. The Aave, it's the Aave DAO, but still looking to do that is interesting. Fidelity says Bitcoin is the only crypto we plan to offer for retirement accounts. Isn't that interesting? Even with that technology that's, third best at best, Fidelity went with Bitcoin, didn't go with better technology. Isn't that interesting? even with all the bad reports coming out of El Salvador, they're still choosing Bitcoin. Now, my mentor would say, because all the crypto people were saying, why? But why though? And my mentor would say, I wouldn't sign up for that class. It is what it is. And Fidelity is very, very much pro crypto. It chose Bitcoin. It's the only one they're going to offer. Might have something to do with the network effect. Might not, right? And where does the network effect come from? You and I, and our ability to choose our own money and the monetary policy associated with it. The network effect is real deal. It has nothing to do with technology. You could call it all kind of greater fool's theory that you want, if you want. But the bottom line is that nations are choosing Bitcoin for a reason. And it ain't because of Lightning Network. I can promise you that. Interesting stuff coming from Stefan Huber. In June of 2018, the Office of Government Ethics sent directions to all ethics departments that holding and trading crypto must be disclosed, except in all capital letters, except when the SEC declares a crypto asset as a commodity through a public statement. Wow. So Bill Hinman and Clayton and all them boys, they don't have to report that they held a commodity like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just go figure. Just 4 days earlier, Hinman did that for Ethereum. What luck from all the people at the SEC that are now able to hold Ethereum because they got the word is going to get this big time movement in the market. 4 days early, Hinman gave a speech. Now, all the other cryptos, they got to report disclosures that they hold it, but not Bitcoin and Ethereum because this got designated as a commodity. William Hinman gave the blessing, but not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum. Wow. And just what a coincidence. What a coincidence. I think this is true. John Deaton says something here about people personally have come to him and say they will not back him because they got these allegiances. And he said he wouldn't mention the name because he had no allegiances, although he was speaking the truth. Let me see if I can find it. I thought that was really powerful. Oh, here it is right here. I would never say names, but some very important leaders within the crypto community have told me privately that they can't or won't say anything publicly, but support the truth being exposed. Regardless of it all, I will continue to condemn tribalism. Besides, I still own ETH. Regardless of it all, I will continue to condemn tribalism. Right? And I think John is smart to do so. It's just a bigger picture. Utility maxis is just code for tribalism. It's just a code for tribalism. And trust me, the Bitcoin maxis are the worst. And it's bad. It is bad. It is bad, bad. Although I've made it clear, says John Deaton, that if the SEC had sued Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, Joseph Lubin, and Consensus, alleging ETH itself and the secondary market of security, I would have sued the SEC and be representing tens of thousands of, if not more, of ETH holders instead of XRP holders. Because what's right is right. John Deaton understands it. John Deaton doesn't wake up in the morning with a bias, claiming that it's a utility maxi. He understands the real deal. He understands the real fight. Coinbase is beginning to learn where the real fight is. The real fight is with the banking regulators doing the bidding of the banks to take you and I and put us back into their liquidity pools so we can buy their traditional financial products like IRAs and mutual funds. And so we can continue to think the banks are our saviors so that they can charge us non-activity fees. So they can continue to take our dollars and lend them out. As soon as we deposit it into the bank, it is no longer ours. As soon as we deposit it into the bank, it is no longer ours. It is being lent out. And if you try to get your money back, expect to wait 48 hours to 72 hours to get your money back. Because it's being lent out. That is the truth. Participation in the bank with fiat dollars is participating in adding to the money supply. That is the truth. That is the truth. That is just flat out the truth. And I hope you understand, and hope we're all more aware of it. Don't tell me about FDIC. If I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. FDIC is one of the biggest financial shams going on today. Yep. All right, there it is, guys. That's your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. Do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can get updated on the truth or reality, what's going on in the digital asset space and the real war that is taking place, which is us against the top banks of the world, the banking regulators who want us, like Goldman Sachs and Goldman Sachs, right? Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, not your local community bank, but the top 7, 8 banks who want they want to usher us back into their liquidity pool so they can continue to tax us to death in terms of fees. And they can send out the RIAs of the world and the financial planners of the world to blow smoke up your butt about IRAs and mutual funds and 401ks. It's been all a lie. All a lie. It's been all a lie, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It's been a real cool hang. Oh, 2 videos today. How cool is that? I appreciate each and every one of you, and I want to remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it.